Nice movement there. Glaive and device with smokes. Ooh, it's the...
That's my favorite pistol. I didn't know other people did this.
Would you like to continue? Since you have to cast a pistol, right? You got a solo caster now. You cut me off. I'm not saying anything.
So basically, what they did was they...
The rest of the round, what's happening now? Come on.
Oh, they're shooting. They have CT control. They have short control as well. Door gets open on Oscar. Now he's threatened. He's got to do something back. Somehow takes damage. Not sure from where. Short tunnel is being flanked from Monster. They're getting pushed back into the site. If they don't get CT, they will get pinched. The CTs come up short. Flash is good. Zipix get one blind. He finds two, and now with 3 up, he can get a better spot if Chris J lets him go. What's that?
Saying get him, Launders. Go.
Oh, am I going? All right. 1v3 from Zipix. Got that first kill. Just needs to get one bullet in. Does it. No way the bomb's going to get defused, and he gets all 3 kills. Is that the ace? Casted by Launders, at Launders, youtube.com/csboxer, Instagram.com/laundersmoney.
Beautiful.
But so what did you actually want to say?
That's,
Before just made you cast around.
that's the same pistol I've called every single pistol I've ever called on Overpass as an IGL.
What's that, Molly the stairs and then smoke it and split?
The only thing special about it was to throw the smoke on the stairs so that you can open the door and then send 2 short and then flash over for 2 monster and then just split B that way and just make sure that no one can come down short or stairs. Really
Carrigan's Astralis will do that on buy rounds every so often, as well as it's not just a pistol strat from them. But nice to see that it's, I haven't really seen it. It was quite rare from them, but it's nice to see it still exists in the repertoire. And very quickly, Astralis will manhandle the B bomb site, leaving Oscar alone with the scout.
Scout. Yeah, I feel like Astralis are too much of a force on this map. I think it's actually a really good map for Magisk as well. Personally, I mean, I just all of them. And one thing that I really like about Astralis is also, of course, you know, how they play that CT side and some of the aggressions that they take. We're not even there yet. You know, they're already there. T side is off to a good start. And so I'm looking forward to seeing the kind of style that they're going to run here. Something that's been characterized, or is a character of their sort of new lineup, seems to be more explosiveness, especially on the T side. You see Dupree getting in there much more, which seems to be something that he really has a great affinity for. So this should be pretty fun.
I think Mousesports will have a good showing of themselves. I'm not saying they're going to win, of course, but I think it will be a competitive match. I think it's not an open and closed case. It's not going to be such a simple affair once they're on the buy. So let's see what Oscar can do with the scouts in this round. There is a Deagle in tow as well onto Rops, but really it's the scout we're looking for. Oh, he was so close! He almost bit the ear off. Hashtag Mike Tyson.
Glaive in a bit of trouble. We'll find escape through the smoke, though. He's found relative safety. It's the serenity of the park. And how long will be where he falls. But he still rests in a peaceful place. Bomb will go down meanwhile on the B-bomb side, so Astralis have found a very effective round here in the end. Losing any Glaive, and that's completely fine. I do want to see more Krieg from Magisk Boy. The Krieg is a lot of fun. I mean, it is like very viable too. It's a very good weapon.
The reason I don't use it is because the movement speed is a little bit slower.
Right, right.
I feel like I can feel that, but
how much slower? Do you know?
just a little bit,
Like
5
10
or 10 units.
Okay.
Yeah. But you know, after using the AK for 5,000 hours, 7,000 hours, or whatever, you can notice it. It slows down your peaks as well. But the accuracy is it's.
You have to change the way you use it then. Don't use it like an AK, use it like a Krieg.
Yeah, I don't want to. I want to use AK.
That's fine, Launders. We can all accept that.
I save money too.
That's true, yeah. Yeah. I like it because, you know, if you're a flicky type of sniper, then it goes well. Like if you top mid or something on a Mirage, you can go places with it, or you can send people into space. As Oscar is trying to do, but he gets his bell rung by Magisk Boy and he'll finish him off with a second bullet. 3-0 to Astralis at the moment, but how long will it last? Chris J spots the play of the scout. Does he go back to the well? He does! straight in the face, just in case.
He's so good. Scout is one of the things that made him very, very fearsome back in the days. He had quite the reputation for it, especially on Dust 2. And with that kill, he's going to slow things down. It was looking really solid for Astralis after the pick onto Oscar. They had loads of momentum towards that A site, but you can see that now they have to be very tentative in their approach and really figure out how to play this. Even with the 3v3 now, thanks to Glaive, they have 50 seconds, so they don't have to commit towards this A site. And you can see they leave Glaive in a forward position, and they've sent Device to try to just work out, okay, is anyone trying to go for the flank here? Is the door open? Is the door closed? What's going on? And they've now cut noise for a while, which should, in theory, make Mousesports maybe send a player back. But Mousesports are actually sort of, they can actually stack towards the A site. It's much easier to retake B, so. But that said, Astralis have found a good timing because now Steeko's a bit far away.
Absolutely perfect timing from Sunny. 20 seconds, there is bomb plant pressure for Astralis. Shadow advantage won't be enough on that occasion. Glaive clears out the bomb site. Optimus plants. 2 CTs rotating. They're not making any, they're not really hiding the fact, so they should know both CTs are there. Should hear the legs. Now how do Mousesports deal with the both plant? No flashes, no nothing, just guns. Looking for these players, sticking together, trying to trade at the very least. Where is the second player for Rops? Zipex with a very interesting card speed. Has he been spotted? Wow. Oh, Rops rings the bell, but it's Zipex to get the kill. 4-0. Still early in the overpass.
That's a really interesting way to play that angle. To stay crouched out in the open. Like if Rops is any wider, then he sees Zipex, but Zipex knows that and plans to take the fight as soon as Rops peeks the side of the truck. So he had to make sure that Rops didn't like walk all the way out, but was sure that he wouldn't. It's pretty crazy.
So it has turned into a pretty awesome start. Oscar holding onto the orb still, will be flashed and unable to spot anything in towards the sewers area. Astralis meanwhile take things fairly simply.
Very quickly, the movement speed with the AK is 215 units and it is 210 with the Krieg.
It's negligible. Not as difference is negligible.
No, that's still something.
It's cheeky from Sunny, but oh my goodness, this could be. Oh, good thing they didn't line up for Oscar at the very least. But it's a 3v3. It's getting a bit hairy here now for Astralis, especially with Rops on the flank. Ooh. Oh, he set this up so well. They're not going to see him at all. He can let him pass if he wants, but he's going to go straight for the engagement. Goes 1-for-1. Maybe he's done enough.
He did all he could for sure. He delayed the kill in case second play was there, but they were quite lagging. And now Oscar's still in the rotation. Ooh, the angle from Chris J. Will he come up on the radar? I'm really not sure. They're crouching right past him. Now he's exposed, now he's down. Oh, Oscar made a play to the wrong side because they crouched. A master play from Astralis, but is it enough? He's smoked off for a second. Oh, he takes Magic's boy down. Does the pre go to short B?
Oh my God, he came back for more. Back to the well, James.
Back to the well, and the well was dry. It was arid. He fell down the well.
That's, oh my God, it's insane, isn't it? Oscar's nuts. It's kind of like on Mirage. There's so many these rounds where it turns favor. It switches favor so many times. It's crazy. So Mousesports with a clutch, a massive clutch from Oscar, get themselves around on the board, and they've managed to get North onto Chris as well. So let's see if they can convert, because otherwise they get reset. They've just spent everything. So this is a very important round, because otherwise a 6-1, 7-1 scoreline is a potential reality. Mousesports with the double orbs, they're just going to play fairly defensively, quite passive. Steeko wandering around the bathrooms, trying to see what he can do. Get info. Make sure he can stay in position to support Oscar as well, who's orping towards the connector of A-Long.
So this is when the fake is not going to be so good because they have bathroom control. Oh, they haven't rotated though.
Just going in, and Chris shows that he's got the orb skills as well, of course. Going to be planted 3v4 after plant for Astralis. It's not over yet, but this site is hard to hold on to.
Slow flank from Steeko in short B. Zipex looking for something, moving back behind the monster area. He'll have to rely on his teammates to clean up in the meantime. Device looking for trade fraggers, creeping through the smoke is Sunny. Oscar is a threat though. Zipex starting to flank the short B player actually, and they're running out of CTs here. Stika with massive frags. There is the flank from Zipex. He knows Oscar is on the high ground. That bomb sticking. Oscar does not have a kit. Surely it can't be done. He realizes it and he has to scurry away.
There's no kit on site. He has smoke molly. That's like the two best things that he could have to defuse, but no kit.
It's not happening, man.
It's not happening.
It's not happening.
That rotate was a little bit bad, I think, from Mousesports because they had bathrooms control, and then Astralis, if you saw, were outside stairs, and they threw like a smoke over in a flash, and they just ran down the stairs. Didn't even throw the path smoke to enter B, which is totally relying on that like light fake. But in Mousesports, when they saw the smokes come out, they just rotated back to A site really late, so they didn't even help themselves with rotations. I think they should have hung out at bathrooms a little bit more, or at least fast flanked when they found out it was B.
Well, you go, Dan.
Oh, well, I was about to say, it looks like Oscar might be unlikely that he can win the round for his team because this is the perfect way to play this round. Just go super, super fast, even if they know that you're going. Well, it's actually being slowed down a little bit. Maybe they'll consider going back now. Yeah, you can see that they initially had intended, especially if there's no players in the bathroom connectors, to actually go run straight into A, which is really good because if Oscar's going to try to do something with the orb, he would get shut down after maybe a shot, and the grenades would rain true. So, but after those kills, Astralis like, well, we've got the numbers advantages now. They can't be everywhere. Now it's a smarter play just to actually make a mid-round call here and decide to go back to B. And they've left Device towards A to keep rotation or slow rotation.
I don't really like how they played this anti-eco. Oh.
Uh-oh, this is a problem.
This is a giant problem, and the problem's name is Oscar. Spotting one player by the pillar. The communication can be there for his teammates, but can they cover him? Can they keep him alive? Charging through, waiting for the reload. He's not fast enough though. Rops alone, 1 versus 1. Device with the AWP. Rops has spotted him. Rops has an AK. This is very dangerous waters. Rops has the bullets in the gun. Device trying to eliminate the possibilities. 20 seconds. Device has to force the action here. Creeping. He's got the angle with the Glock, no less. Tight rounds, but they keep going the way of Astralis.
That was like the same criticism I think we had of CLG last season, where they would throw nades and then do a giant rotate back without leaving somebody on the other side of the map. Like Astralis just did that. Like they didn't have anybody to help them get back to B versus an eco round, so they could have pushed. The other thing is they threw smokes at A, but even if you hold everybody on the A site, you're like a 5-second rotation to heaven. So it doesn't really help you to go all the way back to B when they can be there. And
yeah.
as soon as they don't see anything at long, because that smoke runs out by the time they run back, they just started rotating anyway. Oscar got on the site, got a free op kill. So they might as well have just saved their nades and then gone B if they want to do that, I think. Or just committed to A or something.
Yeah, it makes sense. And also, I think committing to A, there's not too much of a problem with it. They had, I think, the requisite nades to run the set piece on the site, block off the choke points that Oscar could have been playing, and just, you know, flush out the remainder with mollies. And there's only 3 of them, so I agree. I think perhaps overly elaborate, but either way, they make it work by the skin of their teeth. Oscar still holding on to the AWP. Goodbye, Glade.
Absolutely bayleated. But the B-bomb site is empty. Ooh, Device. Does he get traded here? If they move quickly enough. Moving back, very smart. Thinking no one's there. Oh, hello. Spot a second player. But he doesn't want to give the AWP up. Ooh, he knows he is at advantage. He has not been touched. If one person's there, it's very difficult for Rops to deal with it. He has a P250, but perhaps containment will be the order. However, from where Device is, the T's need not go further to get away from the bomb. So he needs to overextend and run for the hills. All exiting together. Smart stuff. Attention to detail from Astralis. They will admire the graffiti in Overpass.
Oh, I didn't know you could save here. That's cool.
7-1. Mousesports coming back on the bye. Oscar back on the AWP. Oscar 9 for 3. Can he get some more frags for his team in this round?
it's one of those games where there's so many close rounds, but you just can't post the W's for Mousesports. Hopefully they don't get too discouraged. Hopefully they avoid the doldrums.
Whoa.
That was quite close. And look at the sort of containment almost from Mousesports. They will have a very good idea of what's going on, but really, you still have to stop it.
Yeah, this is what you want. Uh-oh.
Trades are there, but who will they ultimately favor? Robs manages to escape somehow. Slips out of the situation. They have the high ground for the time being, with Oscar moving in. Molotov to try and delay the plant, but there's space for the plant. Two-man flank towards Monster as well, so this won't be easy for Astralis to hold. It gets worse with Zipex getting pinched.
Mousesports with some time, they'll make their way through the monster tunnel. And Glaive, oh, his back is exposed. He turns around, but still can't do enough. Device has to go huge to make this one work. The defuse comes in. Oh my god, he's absolutely perfect there, but it's still not going to be enough. Too many players, too many men.
That was a really nice run from Mousesports to go and get that A information early. I made a video about this recently, just how many kills actually come from pushing on A, and just how aggressive you want to and need to be. And in that round, how much information it gave him for the fast flank. And I like Rob's adjustment as well. Once he gets a kill on B and his teammate dies, then he just pushes off the short and just holds that, waits for the retake. It's such a strong position to be in. Like, we've all remembered rounds where a team has entered through Monster, but they're sitting at sandbags, and you felt like, all right, I can just kill them before they plant. So there's a lot of strong positions for him to play there as well. So there's good adjustments all around.
See Glaive and the Molotov there in the connector, delaying information for the CTs, delaying any peeking as well. Also, if they want to peek now, they'll have to flash it first.
Nice jumping from Chris J. Surely saw a number of players there. Where's the rotation from Mousesports? Oh my god, what a flick from Chris J. Would you expect anything less?
Oh, he got it.
He did land, that's unbelievable, but Device is cleaning up, and now they've got position for the time being, pushing through the smoke. Perfect timing for Device. Oscar says no. That leaves Glaive in 1 versus 2, going wide, but he can't whip the weapon out in time. It is a CZ after all. Really great round to watch, but it's the 3rd round finally for Mousesports.
That 3rd kill, that's mental. I didn't register that. That's crazy.
It's too fast.
He is a beast. Oh
Wow.
I would love to know like the timing on that. Like how many milliseconds did he have?
0.008.
Is that one tick?
One tick.
It's one tick.
Tonk the noobs. Tonk the nubs.
That sounds like your alt account or something.
Tonk the nubs.
Sounds like a word you'd say.
50,000. I used to play with a lot of Belgian people, and they would say, instead of saying noob, they would say Nubia, N-U-B-A-G, which I guess was, sorry, N-U-B-J-E, which I guess was the Belgian equivalent.
I play StarCraft, where everyone say Chobo.
Yeah.
Chobo.
That's the
Korean way to say noob. And then Hasu was average, and Gosu was pro.
Gosu. Wasn't there another one above Gosu? I think Gosu is a top level.
I think it was Gosu, but
Gosu game is, let's go.
Site's still up.
Alright. So we have, once again, presence in connector from Astralis. Mousesports starting to string rounds together. They've pressed Astralis to a suboptimal buy. It's suboptimal. The A-long setup from Mousesports. Astralis haven't done too much in the way of, default, so they clear toilets and long and all that kind of stuff. It's not been too common so far from their T side. They are enjoying B a lot. Looks like they're going to be walking Monster Tunnel. It is a faraway setup here from Mousesports, so they'll get out there for free. They have good movement as well. Ooh, Sunny's got a good angle. He's going to be able to tap away at Glaive as the rest of Astralis make their way forwards. With the trade, though, Dupree's going to be pretty happy, though Chris is in on the action with the AWP, bearing down upon them from the vantage point. The balcony. Sunny doing a little damage still. My God, he keeps at it. That M4A1S is looking very good in his hands. How does Sipex protect this bomb? Well, he doesn't, because Sunny just killed everyone.
Perfect timing.
How does he survive throughout everything? He's like the first guy, he takes first contact and last contact. And all the other contacts. He's taking all the contacts.
Full contact, Dan. Full contact.
It's a full contact sport.
The gap is starting to close. That was a great shot. Lovely. Ooh, Astralis are in a pickle. What do they choose to do? It will be the eco, it seems. Mousesports playing the catch-up game. Wow, look at this investment from Astralis. They have plans for these boys. And this could take them off guard. They are very well equipped, all things considered. 5 CZ75s. Honestly, I'm still trying to make the 5.7 work, but you have to shoot it so slow for the bullets to even be reasonably accurate. It's ridiculous how bad it is right now.
What?
The 5.7 is very bad.
Oh.
Dupree charging through the pillar. I just will take out. Oh my god, this is happening. It's happening, isn't it? There goes Sunny. 4 versus 3. There's a Molotov left for Dupree. Is he in position to...
What the?
Oh, did he not see the player in graffiti? That's been a complete disaster, but the frag won't be. Falling to pieces are Mousesports. The dominoes are just getting swiped off the table. The table's being flipped as well. Nice shot from Oscar, but so much has been lost for Mousesports in this round.
But it is Oscar. Oh! I wonder what his percentage, like his hit percentage is. Shots attempted versus shots landed. He doesn't really miss much. It's pretty damn high. It would be a cool statistic to see for all the top AWPers.
There was a while where he was like really flashy, but actually somewhat inconsistent.
Yeah.
So some of his games would look amazing, but sometimes he'd be very quiet. But I don't know if that's changed, considering their tournament consistency.
Been looking very good the last couple weeks at least. Anyway, Astralis want to assert themselves back onto the map if they possibly can. They still are liking B so very much. And you know, Mousesports, they're 2 players in connector. That's a pretty good response to it in many respects. Just allows you very fast rotation times, allows you to have a big threat of a flank if they try to split from sewers.
They're spending so... Wow.
He hit that too.
That was so dirty, man. You wish he got that frag, actually.
Robs, though, clean from Robs. He can save this. Doing more damage, but he needed a frag or two, and he can't get it. Looks like Mousesports are going to be suffering hard this round. Glaive will finish off Sunny, executes him.
That's a tough round, right? That's a tough round to call because, like, he hits the shot. They have the 2 people in stairs control, late re-smoke. They are pretty sure Astralis are going B, but they don't have total information at A, so they're not sure. Then, like, Device sees them at stairs. Like, Zipex gets his frag even though he gets wall banged. That's unfortunate. I think Mousesports had a really great setup.
They did, alas. It's all Astralis. They mad. They got their clean sheet. They got it soiled. Mousesports soiled their clean sheet.
They busted out the UV light. Found the stains.
Sounds like something dangerous to talk about. Ooh, he actually gets the headshot through at one of Mousesports' teammates. That's funny.
4 on 4, minute 20 for Mousesports to defend, and maybe attack is the best form of defense in this round with limited supply. Oscar on the AWP once again. Stiko. He's having a good day, Stiko. Grenades flying in towards A.
It sucks that you can't really like affect the trajectory enough there. Like, he should have been able to stop that. A little bit better.
Imagine if you could shoot them.
Yeah. People would be distracted.
That would be so random.
Yeah, it would be horrendous.
All too random. Zipex has to look away from a grenade and it gets taken out by Oscar. He spots another player close and Sunny will clean up. 2 players left for Astralis, heavily tagged into the second last round, and the bomb is on the rotation. Where is Ropsto on the radar? He's at the back of B, walking, and this may be a round securing play from Rops. Catching Glaive off guard, device taken out at the same time. Round number 5 for Mousesports.
Yes, really bringing it back into a place where they can actually play some Counter-Strike from on their second half at the very minimum.
I feel like they were going to be happy they have 9 rounds. I feel like Mousesports could have had a much better half. Got a little bit unlucky, but also, you know, maybe, you know, had to hit their shots and everything too. But overall, you know, Astralis got what they wanted out of this half already. They hit B a number of times. They won rounds they maybe shouldn't have.
It kind of feels to me like if Astralis is going to get 10 rounds on T side here and then win the pistol on CT in the second half, that they will basically win the game.
Yeah.
That's like what I worry about, because their CT is so strong. Anyway, we'll have a wow, actually Astralis going to A for once early round, or towards the bathrooms at least, to try to get some information and maybe some damage as well. Stico has some damage in mind, perhaps a flash from a teammate. Oscar maybe can get one to him, perhaps to peek with, but the smoke will fade and Stico will fall back. Sunny's with him though, playing a nice little setup there. They definitely feel the pressure towards the bomb site.
No lurker towards B. Chris J is holding an angle on short B. But it will be the 3 players. Oh my god! Stico just got his head absolutely ripped off. Oscar being teased, but he knows one more person is there. That's the bomb as well. Call for the rotation now. Flash trying to reposition, trying to avoid getting shot, but he gets shot. 45 seconds on the clock here. Last 2 players from B. They must realize this. Don't know where the rotation's coming from though.
Oh, they might push the CT now.
Bomb getting planted on Optimus. And we have Chris J moving in from the long position, and he could catch the bank T off guard. Meanwhile, Rob's from the front.
Ooh. Young retake mollies.
Dupree's ready. And he's got a perfect angle there onto the unsuspecting Rops. And what a beautiful finish from Dupree. That is classy stuff. And that's 10 rounds in D for Astralis. The pressure really falls on Mousesports to win this next pistol. It is so critical. It's kind of insane in a match like this that, well, they only got 5 rounds, that Oscar was 15 for 5. That's so strange, isn't it? He saved so many AWPs. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, because he's at A so much. It's interesting. Like,
maybe that's one of the reasons why Astralis was focusing on B so much, just to avoid Oscar and the AWP.
I think that's definitely part of their game plan. I mean, they often do what works, and then they fake off of that once they feel like it's getting stale. Which is like almost predictable in some sense, but it's very sensible because they're doing what works.
Yeah, yeah.
Out to short B, they go. Dupree will be in for a nasty surprise. Surely they hear the footsteps. We've got a 3rd man rotating. Look at the creep though from Oscar. He's an 8 long at the moment, and I wonder what his ultimate play is. CT's creating space. Magis boy, the 2 taps. That was unbelievable. The flank's still coming in, but it's so slow. There may be nobody left by the time Oscar's activated. Device having a look to see what's going on. Why are they going so slow? Realizes another bomb is slowly trailing behind. Rops should be good for a toilets plant. Man, those taps from Magis boy, looking for the aces. Magis 4 versus 2 for these pistols. Glaive coming in from the back, and it's down to Oscar, forcing the issue onto Zivek. He's got more bullets, but he doesn't have more people. And there is a trade from Magisk.
I think he didn't know anything about the second kill. I think he just like didn't register that he killed the first guy and just shot another bullet.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, he just shot 2 bullets and at the first guy, and then the guy ran into it. But it looked amazing.
it does look so. It looks so good, doesn't it? It's hilarious. Wow, 11 to 5. The worst has happened. The worst has happened.
So if it would have been a telling pistol round at 6 rounds, even more so now, and they didn't win. So Mousesports are in the doldrums.
Very good, very good. And that's very good as well.
Oh.
Pad them stats.
Yeah, just 8 kills in 2 rounds.
Why not?
Doubled his score basically. Nice. Nice. That's pretty glorious actually.
Yeah, it was nice.
That's a glorious spray down. Some spray downs have no glory, but that was filled to the brim with glory.
It was piping hot with glory.
Piping hot glory. Oh, that sounds really good. Sounds like a, like a milkshake or something. I don't know why it'd be piping hot there. I will go back to the drawing board. Rops! Oh my god, just diffusing the aggression from Astralis. And that was the sort of the stuff I was talking about with Astralis. I feel like their CT side aggression is very strong, and they're a team that does do the sewers pushes very well. So very critical to get rid of that. We will get pinched upon though. 2v3 here, players dying all over the place. Glaive needs assistance immediately. Oh.
Damn.
2 on 1. Somehow it's been made doable for Device, but it's not easy. Rops is everywhere. 3 kills for him in that round. And Mousesports are still in this. What will Astralis choose to do? Their money kind of sucks, but it's a fair chance of a buy. No. They will sit on the lead and go for the half buy instead. They will progress forwards slowly. Measured approach. Mousesports 5 AKs on the anti-eco, but will they... Oh my! Those grenades! How is Nico alive?
Dragon armor.
5 HP for Stico. The boost as well. See the drills from Mousesports, the nail guns through the wall. And then kicks things off with 2 frags.
Yeah, not going too well for Astralis, that is for certain. After the great start to the second half, things are rapidly turned around. It's kind of funny how savage some of the rounds are, like the previous gun versus gun rounds from these teams. Like where we saw 2 players from Astralis die in the sewers, and then it's just fragging. Just everyone's just fragging after that. You know, it's people just running around. Ooh, people just running around and just shooting each other. It looks just, do you know what I mean? It looks a bit strange. But yeah, it's what we saw in Mirage as well. These teams and players are so good that it creates these chaotic situations.
It's the nature of the playstyle and the map, and just how important it is to be aggressive on CT side now, because people are getting so good at taking T control of things that you want to get in their face sometimes. So I mean, some teams will just give it up and push something else, but Overpass isn't really one of those maps. Like, you can push short B and it be CT favorable pretty easily. So sometimes you'll run like head first into 2 people when you both think it's, oh shoot,
Just miss Molly.
Yeah.
That's a problem, because they're trying to take sewers fast to see if they still try to do it. Looks like they will. So it doesn't matter in the end.
They fell back up A.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
there is a present for Dupree. In fact, there are 3. Rops and Sunny in a terrible situation. 2 versus 5.
It seems like 1 flash there is never going to be good enough in that position.
Yeah, you can't trust flashes, right? That was weird.
I mean, the flash was an easy dodge. It sort of like it skidded along the floor. Dupree had loads of time to look away, and that was all she wrote. That was all she wrote.
Yeah, also went kind of far. I don't even think he had to turn around for that.
With 2 plays in short B, they probably could have offered a second flashbang for the players who are close. I think there's enough real estate in the sky to do that.
Well, yeah, even if 2 flashes go off, like, the second flash will be the one that catches them, because they'll turn around for the first flash, or they'll stay turned. As soon as they hear a pop, they turn around, they'll get blind right away. So totally, and there's way better angles for short B to blind monster easily.
Yeah. Look at MSL throwing flashbangs from short B. How he enables his players. 6-round deficit now for Mousesports, and Astralis are not far away from the W.
It's looking a bit tentative from Mousesports. Very passive setup this round from Astralis, mixing things up once again. They have the boost on B. Suez, they've seen nothing. Magis boy, ooh, almost gets himself a second one. But Chris will shut him down. Device will quickly rotate after that, knowing that the T's are too far along and he doesn't have the support that he needs. Does he realize? Oh, did he? I'm not sure if he spot. Did he spot Chris? Oh, that is so insane, isn't it? Oh wow, that is a gift from the gods there. Oscar picks up the kill. And now things get a little bit worrisome for Astralis as Mousesports collect the bomb.
30 seconds remain. That bomb's pretty far away, and Glaive's in a really important position. There are no smokes for that area, but that will not be expected. Those are humongous frags. 20 seconds left, and where does the bomb go now? Do they gamble play towards the B bomb site? Seems that they won't do that. Moving up outside the toilets. One inside as well. 9 seconds to kill 2 players, and they know it can't be done. Round number 14. Double the score now for Astralis.
What a play from Glaive, man. That second kill was so hard. Stigo was totally ready for that trade. Really good stuff from the IGL.
Yeah, and that's one thing too, you know. Glaive can frag.
He could frag.
Glaive can frag. When he first joined the team, I think he struggled a lot, and I mean you can understand it. You know, you have to deal with so many things. You need some routine, you need some familiarity and comfortable situations that are somewhat familiar. It takes time to develop that familiarity, but I think it's safe to say he is there. And here it is again, the Suez take. I really like this. I don't think not enough teams prioritize Suez on their CT side. To me, it is somewhat similar to Banana in some respects on Inferno. Having it and not having it is really a big deal for the Ts and the CTs. It tells the CTs everything if you have no presence there at all.
This smoke is so much harder to deal with, just because it's like, where do you flash now? It's like, is he right in front of it? It's also a little bit harder to watch, but
One-minute mark. Walking straight into the crosshairs, into the reticle, into doom, into death and destruction. Bomb outside. Ooh. Dupree surely close enough to hear that, which might be why the grenade is being deployed. And that is half of Oscar disappeared. The spray's there as well. They've definitely heard the sound cue from that Molotov. And they are waiting for it. The flash is there, but they're at a choke point. They're stuck here. Dupree now versus Rops. All in that one, but Magis Boy is holding down the back, and there's a flank coming in from a short B position. So Rops is going to back straight off into Device. That one sound cue from the Molotov just gave Astralis enough of a warning to prick the ears, to keep them alert.
yeah, that was big. That was a big tell. But they even had, you know, still one headshot, one there, another off as well. Like, I feel like Mousesports' T side needs more depth. They had this game should have been a lot closer because the first half, I feel like, but I think they still would have lost with this T side even if it was closer, just because, you know, like that B hit was very lackluster. The one before with a heavy monster presence, very lackluster. They're going back to A. It's obviously a little bit predictable now.
Oh, that's interesting. I thought there was the right support there for Device, but seems to get picked off in this occasion. Magis Boy just able to rotate out of this. If they think he's tagged, then Glaive is in this position as well, so they could go hunting and have it blow up in their face. Ooh. No. Just looking at the extremities of the smoke.
No.
You can spray through there with a rifle, which is worth doing sometimes if conceding your position isn't the biggest issue for you. Nice pop flash to activate Glaive. 4 versus 2. The end is nigh. Astralis fly high. 16-7 on Overpass. Back to winning ways for Astralis.
Yeah, this was a